time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Fires to the big fella. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoff.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
That's reeled in. It's Davis. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yeah,
yes, I can make reads and I can pull it and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's got it on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Oh, they're after him. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the lone running back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. There he goes! They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He might want another play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. He'll keep it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Douglas. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fakes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Good enough for a first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Parrish. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Dogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Just keep swinging it. Fakes to grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Finding open areas. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what, analytically, that makes sense.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out to the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and comes up with a massive play right there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
That's caught. It's Douglas. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
I think offensive coordinators who stick a guy and keep him in the same spot are doing that guy a big disservice. If I have a guy like this who's such a playmaker and got the speed and athleticism he does, I'm putting him in the slot like this to go take advantage of matchups and go get me some wins.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Leaves it with the back. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. BYU has the lead right now, but this Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over NC State. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right on the money. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give from the gun. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. And he'll just get rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield very late in the half. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Patton. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
The Rebels will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he crushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off. Fighting off the defender. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They'll go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And that one will give them the lead. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Got it in the middle, it's Mendez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Making side adjustments here. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
But when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They're going to ride this running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Parrish. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that move.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up by 19 over Virginia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gives it on the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. The give on the option. Running to Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. He breaks a tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The pull and throw off the RPO. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
It's good. Easy call for the refs. Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold it.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the 4th quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception interception of the day. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're